Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I'm Crypto Kip, and today we're going to be talking about the potential of a $40,000 test for Bitcoin. Some people are even looking at 38K, which is really a key level. I've been peeking it out as well, but there are some news articles coming out talking about the chance of a 40K Bitcoin. Well, let me tell you, it is possible, but I want to walk you through what we're seeing in the charts right now, what I expect to see ahead, and whether or not you should be buying right now. This is a question everybody's laying out. We're going to discuss this and some of the big stories today to just take the temperature of the market. Yesterday was a holiday. The markets were closed. Today, the markets opened back up. Bitcoin has just kind of been hanging steady around the $43,000 price level after a retracement, a sell the news event, if you will, from the Spot Bitcoin ETF. So today I want to talk about some recent changes I've seen in the market, what the sentiment is right now, and what we can expect ahead. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. I am Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. We're doing 5 videos every day, 3 long videos, 2 shorts for you guys every day, live streams Monday through Friday to keep you guys up to date with the latest and greatest in crypto. If you're new to crypto, I believe you're in the right place. If you're experienced to crypto, I also believe you're in the right place. I want to bridge the gap for everybody here, whether you're new to crypto altogether or new to a particular chain, and just digging into some research with us alongside here. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm learning new things every day. And so what I urge you guys to do is throughout the stream, do me a favor. First of all, hit that like button. Second of all, the most important thing you can do, in my opinion, is put a comment down in the live chat below. Let's have a dialogue throughout the stream. That is the most fun part about live streaming for me. Well, let's get into it, guys. Welcome back, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, actually. Waldo, Shy Sox fan, good to see you. Shy Sox, I bet you're freezing in Chicago today. I saw a tweet, actually, from Altcoin Daily talking about the weather in Chicago. Unbelievable what's going on right now. It's like -9. Crazy times, guys. We are in winter here in the Midwest, that's for sure. And that's all I'll give you on my location. Midwest guy. But let's get into the market. So Bitcoin at $43,000 today. 43,100 actually getting another little move up. We've had the market open for a little bit here, so nothing crazy is going on yet. Clinton, good to see you in the chat. Thanks for chiming in there. Bitcoin dominance is down below 50% today, which is very interesting. We've seen some people calling for an increase in Bitcoin dominance. Well, we had a little sell the news event, so no shock here. It's not over for Bitcoin yet. Just wait, guys. When we get into the parabolic moment for this crypto asset class, Bitcoin could hit 56, 59% dominance. You never know, guys. A lot of people say, oh, Bitcoin, not great gains on Bitcoin. There's not as good of gains on some of these low cap gems that you find. But if you're looking to make a safer play, a lot of people, let's say you're in the traditional market, right? Maybe you don't want to do some individual stock picks because that's risky. Think of that like altcoins. S&P 500, however, it's a little safer. Buying Bitcoin's like buying the S&P 500 of Bitcoin. That's how it plays out. And at one point, you're going to see Bitcoin kind of lead the charge. Ethereum will catch up. Altcoins will rally. Recently, we saw a nice spike out of Ethereum. If Ethereum continues to break out, we might see a little bit of an altcoin season, which you can get some really big gains from. We've already gotten some really nice gains from some altcoins recently. We talked a lot about BRC20 plays recently. What are BRC20? These are tokens built on Bitcoin. I've been coming out with some content for you guys on that. I hope you enjoyed it. VVS Finance in the chat says, Crow is dead. Crow's not dead. If you actually look at the cumulative volume on the Cronos chain, it's doing decently well, but on the total value locked up, we're down a little bit. At the end of the day, we're just starting to see DeFi start to pick up. It's trending in the right direction. Cronos is about to have yet another upgrade to the ZK EVM chain, which is going to be very good, just improving more things that they're bringing to the table for Cronos. We got a bull market coming. Crypto.com's brand name is in-house. Crow isn't dead. Crow is not dead. But people think it is, which makes me think it's even more so of a buying opportunity than the past. Another buying opportunity that I want to make you aware of is BRC20s. Like I was just saying, notice what's changed here. These have been the hot categories that you've seen for a while. Gaming's been up there. Solana's been up there. Inscriptions are now up there. And DPIN, which I don't even know what DPIN is, but inscriptions, this could be Bitcoin inscriptions. It's actually tweeted. It is mostly Bitcoin inscriptions. So they changed it because the truth is it's not just BRC20 tokens. Now we've got SRC20 and we've got ARC20, which is atomic projects built on Bitcoin. These are inscriptions on individual Satoshis on Bitcoin. Ordi's a meme token. Sats is a meme token. These are all built on Bitcoin. Pretty much everything I'm looking at on here is built on Bitcoin. And there's going to be a lot of huge gainers in here. I do believe you're going to find 20, 50, 100x plays in here. The lower down you go on the list, the more likely you are to get some big gains. But there's also some really bad memes in here, like meme, for example, which may or may not do anything. I'm not trying to invest in those. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find utility tokens. Like .com is another place for people to buy and sell and trade. And I think they have their own wallet coming out. They're going to be doing a lot with actual utility for BRC20 tokens and the Bitcoin network. So could be big. Just looking at new opportunities here as Bitcoin's cooled off and you're looking to buy the dip. Is it a good time to buy this dip? Is this a good dip? Well, Bitcoin's down 7.48% over the last 7 days. And to be honest with you guys, this is just the beginning. The block, which is an all right publication, just media in general. Not the biggest fan of the we're bang again. Here we go. The block, I don't know. But interesting headline. The launch of the Spot Bitcoin ETF is just the beginning. It really is, guys. Yesterday, we were talking about how BlackRock now owns like 11,000 Bitcoin or something like that. They're in the top 15 of holders for Bitcoin. One day, they might even be the next biggest holder next to Satoshi Nakamoto. It's going to be a very big story when BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world, surpasses Michael Saylor's bag. Will they ever? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Is BlackRock going to accumulate more Bitcoin than Michael Saylor? Is it even possible? Well, in that conversation, you can say, yes, it is very safely just the beginning. This ETF just launched. We had a sell the news event. If you look at the price action on Bitcoin right now, though, here's the interesting thing. Now, me and Black Sea, by the way, guys, I just want to say this to all you guys out in the chat. Some people like to kind of make some comments on the channel sometimes and say, well, you're saying this and Black Sea's saying something completely different. Guys, let me be very clear about this. Me and my partner on this channel, we both believe in cryptocurrency. We're both very bullish on Bitcoin, on crypto. But day to day, coin to coin, project to project, theory to theory, we are different. And if you guys don't like that we're not on the same page, then I think you're missing the big picture, because you actually have an advantage in getting two different opinions on this channel, right? You have a variety of perspective, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to be right about every single little thing. And Black Sea's certainly not going to be right about every single little thing. You can never expect that from a YouTuber. You can never expect that from an analyst. You can never expect that from a media corporation. You can take everything you hear with a grain of salt, do your own research, and come up with your own opinion. And what you get here at the Crypto Report is a varying perspective of opinions. And I think some people appreciate that, but we saw some comments recently. Somebody was kind of upset, I think, that one opinion is here, one opinion is there. I'll tell you one opinion that Maxi and I might be differing on a little bit right now is, one, I think that there's a good chance we could be bottoming out for Bitcoin after the Sell the News event. We're bouncing beautifully off the bottom of this amazing triangle that we've had drawn for a while on Bitcoin. We've been in and out of this thing, and now we're bouncing off the bottom levels. I think, like I said yesterday, we're going to come back, see the top of this level at 43,800 for Bitcoin at least. If we break out above it, we can get another move towards 49K. We could see a world, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a world where all of a sudden BlackRock keeps accumulating. All these asset managers that launch these ETFs, guys, they are listing their own ads for Bitcoin on their website. They're listing their own ads. The most interesting man in the world from the Dos Equis commercials is now doing Bitcoin commercials. That's the world we live in right now. We're waiting for FOMO just on the crypto cycles as we know it, around the 4-year halving schedule, all this, that if you don't know, then welcome, guys. Welcome to the space. You're going to learn all about this if you continue to watch, turn on the notification bell. But we're going to get a bull cycle without these ETFs, and FOMO is going to happen. What do you think is going to happen when FOMO kicks in and these advertisements are getting more and more exposure on TV, on social media platforms, and even on these asset managers' websites? When these clients make phone calls to their asset managers, are they going to be recommending to put Bitcoin in the portfolio? The answer could be yes. 1%, 5%. That could be very significant. We've seen conversations about Vanguard recently losing some customers because they're not going to offer the Bitcoin ETFs. At some point, they're going to flip on that. That is not a viable strategy. It's a dumb strategy, and one day we're going to see them flip, just like we saw BlackRock flip. Previously, BlackRock said a Bitcoin ETF is an ETF of money laundering. Now they're the largest asset manager in the world that currently launched their own Spot Bitcoin ETF. I think that there's a lot of reasons for this to go up, but Could we slip further, or Black Sea likes to say trade sideways for a while? We certainly could. We could see an epic battle of the bears. We could be ranging from 38K to 49K over the next 3 months for all I know. Anything's possible, guys. But I do have a bullish bias right now, a bullish bias with the caveat that yes, a 40K Bitcoin could be possible. We could see a bounce off that level easily. We could see a bounce off the 38K level easily. Honestly, I'm eyeballing 38K more than I am 40K. The reason I had 40K on the thumbnail is because we see CoinDesk coming out with their articles. Bitcoin traders are eyeing support at 40K. The better support, in my opinion, I don't know what traders they're talking to, but the better support, in my opinion, is 38K. We'll see how it kind of plays out. 38.3, something around there. Let's see how it plays out again. But there is some fear that the sell the news event isn't over. But look at the bullish side. Jim Cramer also recently said this is feeling a little toppish. Jim Cramer, typically the inverse is true. We could see another leg up, guys. We could definitely see another leg up because, again, this is all just beginning. Now we see Hong Kong, a company called Hashkey, just secured $100 million in Series A round at $1.2 billion valuation. This is a new exchange with 155,000 registered users with daily average trading volume of 630 million in the last 30 days. That's pretty darn good, guys. We're just getting started. There's new companies starting, and this is in really China. We recently saw China, we've historically seen China ban Bitcoin many times. And now we're launching very successful exchanges. There's going to be a lot of very successful exchanges in the future. I believe that crypto.com is going to be one of them. One reason is because they are partnered with the WEF. Some people are bearish on that. I'm very bullish on that, actually, because they are some of the big leaders in the world, and you'd rather, again, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. I believe that. That's why China is adopting a Bitcoin strategy, because even though Bitcoin is the enemy to the methodology behind the way that the Chinese government likes to run their country, they cannot get left behind. Got to keep your enemies close, guys. Bitcoin is just at the beginning. I do believe I've got a bullish bias, guys. I've got a bullish bias here in the short term. In the midterm, I could see a world where we break back up to 49K, break back up to, who knows, 50K, 60K, breaking all to an all-time high, and then get a wicked crash that absolutely wrecks everybody and causes a massive capitulation event. And so that is on the table. We might not see this 40K target like these bears are talking about yet, but down the road, we certainly could see it. It doesn't have to happen just yet. Again, you look at all these previous bull markets into bear markets, going back into a bull market, you see massive moves down. This thing was rallied from the bottom to the top, 346%. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. And then you look where we're at right now, we're already up 200%. This 346% rally, that's possible, guys. We could see more, we could see less. There's no science to it. It's all statistics and probability, key resistances, and sentiment in the market. The presidential election is going to play into it. The FOMC meetings and the Fed rate hikes are going to play into it. Let's just see where we're at right now. Again, we are up, like I said, 200%. We could go higher. Who knows? But then looking at the last bull market, what do you see as we're coming out of the bear market? Again, we rallied, like I said, 300-something% up to the top. And then we came down 73%, 72%. Can Bitcoin have another 72% correction? It certainly could. I don't think it will. I think 50% is probably a little more logical, something like that, down to where this was. This happened because of the pandemic. Hopefully we don't have another pandemic. Hopefully we don't have a world war, anything like that to create such a massive sell-off. But there could be some big buying opportunities down the road in the future. Good to see you, Brandon. Good to see you, Stinky Monkey. Good to see you, Paka. Good to see you. I got the Kelper wallet. Was going to take seed from Exodus to Kelper to get Atom airdrops. But I'm paranoid. Got to learn more about that. Don't know what you're talking about there, Pakasad, but I'm glad to see you're making moves. Pakasad said crow staking rewards decreased a little bit. Over time, they are tending to go down. I think that's kind of the way that it's going to go. Yields in DeFi kind of go down over time. Recently, I saw that Oscar Ramos unstaked on the crypto.com POS chain. Very, very interesting to see that. I actually might take a bit of his advice on that. I might look at that Vino move as well. I was actually... shout out to you, Oscar. I like what I'm seeing. You're getting in that DeFi space, and that's pretty cool. Yes, and it's good to support the chains and utilize DeFi. So all very good things right now. Bitcoin, who knows, guys? 40K, it's on the table. just know that it's on the table. 38K is on the table. A 72% retracement at some point for Bitcoin, even before we're breaking all-time highs, maybe after we break all-time highs, before we go absolutely parabolic before the halving. We could see something like that, guys. We could see it after the halving, and then an absolute parabolic rally to new highs, to a $10 trillion asset market cap for crypto overall after a massive dump. Like, anything's on the table for Bitcoin and crypto. Crypto's famous for a couple things. One is volatility, and that's probably one of the most exciting things. That's why you have so many people that love to trade it, because you can make a lot of money. Brandon in the chat actually was talking to me. Very, very successful trader. Brandon's been doing a great job, having fun with that, trying to teach me the ways. I'm still tentative on doing trading myself. I'm more of a DCA holder, but I'm curious. I'm open to learning, and I think everybody here should be open to learning. If you guys want to leverage trade, there is a great application to do it. It's called Femex, guys. If you haven't signed up in the past, we do have a link in the description for you down below. Free money when you sign up, but it is risky. If you don't know what you're doing, do some research, guys. If you've done some research and you want to try it out for the first time, start with low leverage. Take profits, guys. Be safe. All right, y'all. So that's that 40K Bitcoin conversation we've been looking at. Ethereum was booming. Everybody had some hype over an Ethereum ETF recently. That hype is cooling off a little bit, but we did get a little bit of a bounce off this level at about 2450 for Ethereum. Let's see if we can keep going. We're not out of the woods yet for Ethereum. We're not out of the woods for Bitcoin yet either. We need to get another move back out of this triangle to the upside if we can. Then Ethereum should as well. Same thing for Crow. If you're looking at Crow, we're stuck at 8.7 cents. Solana is struggling with right about a $100 price level. Could we see moves back down to 50 bucks? Certainly on the table. But again, it all plays into Bitcoin, guys. It all plays into Bitcoin. Alex is a token I've been talking about a lot, looking like it wants to get a little bit of a reversal, but really been struggling over the last couple weeks. We're getting a nice little boost back up here to start this week. We'll see if we can get some continuation on this. I am very bullish on this. They are developing new projects on Bitcoin, and I think that's great, and it's moving up right now, so that's really great to see. Let's look at some of the big stories on the day. We got 23 viewers, and we got 15 likes. Do me a favor, guys. The number one thing you can do to support the channel is smash that like button and leave me a comment down below. With some questions on what you're looking at. You know, a lot of people talk about top signals in this market, and so I just wanted to share this with you a little bit. Now, this is a post from Altcoin Daily, one of the biggest YouTube channels for crypto out there, and a very interesting tweet that I want to share with you. Altcoin Daily said, my friend just texted me, I have 100K to invest in crypto. Suggest me some good cryptos which are safe and can give 20 to 30x return in this bull market. What should I tell him? So there's a lot of good coins out there, and we like to hunt for those 20, 30x gains as well. And this is what you expect in crypto. See, a new guy comes in, got 100K to invest in crypto. That's a big bag to start. This guy must be, have a lot of money to just all of a sudden go, I'll put 100K in. So that's a really big bag to just all of a sudden. I wonder if this guy is going to DCA or if he's just going to dump it all in. And if he dumps it all in right now, well, frankly, I don't think that would be a very good strategy, because when you're looking at the ETF that just launched, we just had a little sell the news event, and we're talking about a potential dip to 38K. That's on the table, guys. I don't like to dump a huge stack in at a time. Now, I dump every paycheck in every single time I get paid, but I don't like to, let's say somebody gave me 100K. I'm probably not going to just dump that all in right away. If I did, I would probably put it in Bitcoin and slowly over time shuffle it into altcoins, but I don't love that strategy. But what I really want to talk about with this tweet is somebody texts you and they got 100K to invest in crypto, and this is after a bear market. Bear market's over, okay? The bear market's done. We're out of the bear market. Bitcoin shouldn't be going back to 15K, in my opinion. I don't think we're going to go that low again. That was the low. And if you're just now pulling aside 100K to invest in crypto, let's just call a spade a spade. You are late to the party compared to the people that were buying in the bear market. And so what you're seeing is people that were hesitant about crypto capitulating, which is what we like to call a top signal. All of a sudden, when my wife's aunt is calling me, when my father is texting me for 4 days in a row about Bitcoin, when your friend is texting you. We talked about Black C's friend, who I went a little hard on the paint on. I hope he's still watching. I was a little too aggressive on my criticisms on some of the meme coins. I just want to give good advice. I'm very passionate about it. I don't want to be too harsh on some of the newcomers, but when you see all these newcomers or these people that have been speculating on the sidelines, looking at this asset class for the first time and sending out messages like this, that in itself is a top signal. When you're at the dining room table and people that never acknowledged crypto are starting to acknowledge crypto, that means maybe we're coming at a temporary top, which is probably the same reason that a lot of people are speculating at a 40K Bitcoin, a 38K Bitcoin, which is on the table. But maybe the institutions counter it. Maybe we just see more of a rally that you can't even believe. Max Pain arguably would be a massive continuation upside, and then maybe even a break to all-time highs, and then a 50% crash to spook everybody out, say, is it over? Was that the bull market? And then we dollar cost average in at those lows again, and then we crush it. We make some massive gains. We get new all-time highs with the Bitcoin halving, the scarcity event, all that. So these things are very increasingly common. When you see friends text you like this, it's not always a perfect sign, but just beware, because, you know, more people message us around the holidays about crypto and Bitcoin, and what do you know? Yes, we hit 49K, but we came back down. We had a little bit of a sell-off. Arguably, we're still higher, so it was still a good bet, but something to keep in mind. I thought it was a very interesting tweet that I wanted to share with you. Also, very early, good announcement here, Solana Mobile to sell a second crypto smartphone. I'm just going to ask it in the chat real quick. Do you have, would you buy a Solana phone? Let me know in the comments, guys. I'm going to put out a little chat poll. Let me know if you guys would be a Solana poll. That would be great to see. Well, let me know if you would buy a Solana phone. Wow, my brain. Too much coffee, maybe. It's very interesting, actually. A lot of people that bought this phone, they're already in the profit because there was free bonk that was worth more than the phone. People were selling it on the secondary market for triple, quadruple the value of the phone because it was profitable with the free airdrops that you get by using the phone. It's kind of interesting, guys. I would consider it. I might even do it if I have the money, if I do it in time. I think people are going to FOMO into this phone, to be honest with you. And I think Solana's still got a lot more upside. I do find it funny as well. I just want to share with you guys this. JP Morgan, again, it's early, guys. It's early. JP Morgan CEO is saying it's the index of money laundering and terrorism financing. And meanwhile, JP Morgan is seeing significant capital from existing crypto products pouring into new Spot Bitcoin ETFs. The newly created ETFs could attract inflows of up to $36 billion and from other crypto products like Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. A lot of people made some kind of silly predictions that were saying, you know, oh, well, what's the point of investing in Grayscale and MicroStrategy and all this if you can invest in these ETFs? Look, guys, the ETFs, the MicroStrategy stock price, Coinbase, those are going to do different percentage gains than Bitcoin. And it's nice to get a little bit of action in a couple different markets. You know, Marathon Digital is going to do different percentage gains than Riot. So maybe you want to have both. Maybe you don't want any mining companies. Maybe you do. You know, it's nice to kind of diversify a little bit. You don't want to be over diversified, but JP Morgan's making profits while the CEO is going on CNBC bashing crypto. It makes me sick. Coinbase is retracing a little bit, a little sell the news event, more so here on Coinbase. Again, I hope my aunt didn't buy this. I hope they're buying this dip more so right now. Could still have some more downside. Maybe we could even see it come back below 100. I doubt it. Maybe touch down to 100. I wouldn't be surprised to see a retracement here for Bitcoin and for Coinbase stock. All these Coinbase and crypto stocks that I view, they're a little bit down. Again, sell the news event turned out to be a real thing for Bitcoin and crypto, guys. So I'm going to share this a little bit with you guys. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys. Sit with me. All right, and we're back, guys. And we are back. The piccata is burning. The piccata is not burning yet. The piccata hopefully won't burn. We're out of chicken in the house. I don't even know what we're going to make tonight. Probably pasta. Pasta, maybe some panzerotti, maybe... I don't know. BTC broke 30K. Brandy called it in the chat. Brandy lion. So good news for Crow holders out there. Crow fam... Look at this. Gold Pony. Shout out to Gold Pony Crypto, one of our moderators on the channel. Good to see you, Benny Blue Eyes, by the way. Gold Pony Crypto. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Follow him on Twitter. But they are going to offer Forex strike options. They are going to offer you the ability to mess with TradFi in the Crypto.com app. Guys, this is one of the most regulated exchanges. They're going to be massive. I think they're going to be absolutely massive. So shout out to Gold Pony for sharing that with the Crow fam. This is going to be big. That's okay. All right. It's time for some charts. Time for a little Q and A. How you feeling, guys? Let me know in the chat. We do have some votes. 55% of people say they will not buy the Solana phone. I'll just leave that up there. Let me know if you guys will buy the Solana phone. Put that result in the poll up top in the chat. If you won't, let me know as well. Good to see you, Club Crow. Let's peek in at some charts, see what we're doing with Bitcoin right now. Throw some questions at me, guys, if there's anything you're peeking at. Happy to learn about it. Happy to hear about it. Let's see what we got going on here for BTC, folks. I'm trying to change it up, guys. We do a lot of Crow content on here. I want to make my live streams more than just Crow because just like Black C's video the other day, guys, don't be a Crow maximalist, all right? Diversify your bags. It's a percentage of my holdings. It's a good percentage of my holdings, and honestly, probably more than I'd even like. I'm not selling my Crow, but I'm certainly diversifying into other projects because, again, I got such a big bag of it that I want to make sure that I'm getting exposure to other ecosystems and just not a Crow maxi because if that one token that you're invested in underperforms and some other ones are rocking, you're missing out. You don't want to have a FOMO moment and FOMO into something that's pumping, but it's good to have exposure to multiple assets. So we're going to keep doing Bitcoin live streams. We'll talk about altcoins and other things as well, from BRC20 projects to Solana to Cardano, whatever it might be. We're going to keep looking at it all. We've seen some nice meme coin rallies recently on Solana. Shout out to anybody that made some money on Miro. I'm still holding on to that Gone play. If you guys are curious how I'm doing with that Polygon meme token I put in, I'm just holding on to it. I think Gone might do well in the future, so we'll see how that thing plays out. But Bitcoin could revisit, guys. Could revisit 42.3. We're just still trading in this channel for now. So maybe this is the argument to say we broke below. Maybe we're going to 40K. Again, either way, Black Sea and I, we have some differing opinions to a point, but we are kind of on the same page. I'm open to the idea of Bitcoin just trading sideways between 38K and call it 49K for the next 3-4 months. That's possible, guys. That's possible. We could also see a massive explosion of BlackRock continuing to accumulate. So that's just how it is, y'all. Waldo in the chat asks, if a project is offering points for staking stacks, is that essentially an airdrop for a potential token? If a project is offering points for staking stacks, is that essentially an airdrop for a potential token? Are you talking about Stacks, the coin, and are you talking about Alex Labs? I need a little more specifics. I'd love to answer that for you. It's a good question, it seems. Airdrops and staking, sometimes you get airdrops for staking. I get airdrops on Alex Labs platform for just holding Alex tokens. I don't necessarily need to stake. You can earn more rewards if you're staking. A Crow phone would be rad. A Crow phone would be rad. I just skipped some ads for you. I like Corgi AI as a meme play on Cronos. Pakasad says he likes Corgi AI. Yeah. So Corgi AI is retracing just a little bit. I'm going to make my face a little bit bigger for you guys. Not that you need to see it, but we'll make it a little bigger for you. Yeah, so Corgi AI is the biggest meme token on Cronos. At one point, it was the third largest meme in the entire market cap. I don't know where it's sitting today. I could find it out, but it's not that big of a deal. It's going to continue to fluctuate. But recently they announced that they are going to launch their own NFT line. So that is very interesting. You might have seen that we talked a little bit about those Corgi AI VP passes, which were fluctuating in value. They're a little down from when Corgi AI was surging. But now they're going to launch these NFTs. Those are probably going to have some volatility around that hype, around that news. If you hold a loaded lions, they actually gave you a allow list pass to receive some of these Corgi AI NFTs if you hold a loaded lion. So they're making more utility for loaded lion holders within the ecosystem, which is good to see. So we're seeing some good moves. Corgi AI could be big in the future. We'll see. It's already had its mega run. So it's got limited upside. You're better off looking for, I don't know, some real projects, some real utility at this point. Still to have a little bit of Corgi AI is fun. Could outperform a couple other legitimate projects just because of meme coin hype. A lot of people get hyped up about meme coins. So we'll keep an eye on that. I saw that Cronos ID. Now you can transfer it into your crypto.com app as well. So that's cool to see. We're just seeing a lot more exchanges offer a lot more. And new exchanges come up, which is great to see. Great to see. Let's see what else we got going on, guys. Benny Blue Eyes says, just playing moron. Absolutely. JP Morgan. 100%. Pakisad says, I think Oscar is moving it all into Vino. I think Oscar moving all into Vino is a risky move. Paka, why is that? I'm curious. I haven't looked into it much. I don't know how risky it is. I do think that Vino is pretty well established at this point. I got a lot more research to do on it, but it was a very interesting video, and he does a great job. You know, he's very dedicated to the Crow fam, and he's got a decent bag of Crow as well. And yeah, it's an interesting move, and I'm gonna kind of watch how it plays out and just kind of watch from a distance on that move. I consider it. I've had people recommend it to me before. I don't like to move, around too much. I don't like to make too many moves. I've got my money earning me a decent APY. I could arguably be making more. One of the biggest advantages I saw in that video about Vino and your Crow staking is you basically get this NFT that allows you to dump your Crow right away if you want to sell to kind of avoid that lockup period. There's still a lockup period, but you actually get an NFT so you can actually exit your position. But I'd be curious to see if that value of that NFT is worth the actual value in Crow. These are all things that I have to do research on. I haven't dove too deep into the Vino ecosystem, but it was an interesting video. And so shout out to Oscar. Pretty cool piece of content he put out last night. I appreciate what you're saying, Marty, but, I love all my YouTube partners, and I love everybody's content. Everybody's got a different opinion, guys. So, if you love us, great. And if you love Oscar, great. And if you love Gold Pony, great. I think your best move is watching all of us, to be honest with you. I think because we're not all going to be right all the time. I think you should watch every single, opinion you can. The more information that you have, the better decision you can make. But you got to stay objective, right? You got to stay objective. You can't get too excited. If you feel yourself too excited, you might be getting yourself into some trouble. All right. Carlos says, enough people, you put the fees back up. A lot of people are lazy and won't be bothered to swap exchanges when they're set in their ways. Enough people, you put the fees back up because a lot of people are lazy. And yeah, I don't know exactly what you mean there, Carlos, but if you're saying that, people aren't understanding that you should not trade on the crypto.com app and you should trade on the DeFi app, then yeah, that's absolutely the thing. A lot of people complain about fees on crypto.com. And I just think they, frankly, need a little more education on, what you should and should not be doing in terms of where you're making your trades. Liquidity is important. Fees on exchanges are important. You can avoid that in DeFi. DeFi is one of the best places to trade, especially on a low-cost chain like SOlana, like Cronos. I'm curious, how many of you guys, so I'm going to end this poll on the SOlana. Most of you guys say you will not get that SOlana phone, all right? Now, I want to know in the chat, how many of you guys, did you hear my island analogy? All right? I want to know how many of you guys heard my island analogy when I was discussing chains, okay? Because I put that out in 2 or 3 videos, and the language on it's getting better. I'm a person where the more I talk about something out loud, the more that I'm able to learn about it and understand, because when I talk about something out loud, it kind of exposes what I don't know to myself. And so as I start talking out loud about a new thing or something that I'm exploring, I realize, wow, I guess I don't understand this component of it. I should probably learn how to say this better. And so I created this analogy because I just think there's a lack of understanding in this space of what a chain is, what a bridge is, some of these terminologies for newcomers, and even for people that have been in the space for a while. Like you talk about DeFi, but layer 1 solution, layer 2 solution, what do all these mean? And I think I came up with a great analogy that I'm really proud of with these islands. Crypto's an ocean. You've got a variety of islands out there. Think of those as chains. People are building on those islands. That's development on a certain chain. Let me know if you guys have heard that analogy and if you like it. Does that make sense to you? Please leave me a comment because I'm very, very curious. Brandy Lyons should make a YouTube channel, The Trash Trader. Brandon, you should make that channel, bro. If you make the channel, I'll give you a shout out. All right? I'll give you a shout out. I'm friendly. I'm friendly with YouTubers, guys, because I think, in this world, you get what you give, and if you give, you get. And it's nice to be nice. I went down to St. Lucia, and that was for my honeymoon. And, all these guys on the island, they try to get you to tip, and they go, it's nice to be nice, It's like, and it is nice to be nice, but man, I already tipped you. It's like, oh, geez, I already tipped you. But it is nice to be nice, guys, and that's a good saying. So it's nice to be nice. So we got some people that like the analogy. Good. We got quite a few people. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you should subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. All right, because I'm telling you, I'm putting out some alpha for you guys when I can. I'm learning and I'm teaching while I learn. That's the best way to learn, is to teach. That's a thing. A lot of people have said that. I believe that's true, very much so. What other coins you guys want to look at out there? Cliff's Wild West Coast Adventures thinks we got the right attitude. That's good. I like that. That's good. I'm trying to keep the right attitude. Crypto Runner says, welcome, guys. Get rich with Crow. I certainly hope so. That'd be great to see. You look at this chart, guys. Honestly, the most exciting part of the chart is this. And this is the Crow valuation versus Bitcoin. We can look at these and say, well, maybe we could go up there. But let's stay a little realistic. And let's note that for the all-time bottom of Crow versus Bitcoin, okay, so we've got maybe 27%, 29% more downside. But on the valuation of up versus Bitcoin, we're talking about 700% gains of Crow versus Bitcoin. And that's insane to think about because people are predicting that Bitcoin breaks out and goes all the way up to, $100,000. Let's say, Cathy Wood's prediction is even close. We'll go halfway. She says 600K. I'll say, okay, let's say a 200K Bitcoin. We could see 200K Bitcoin will go, that's a 358% rally. Okay, so what's a 7x on a 35x, guys? That's over 100x gains for Crow. I mean, that's where I get this value. If you're not following that math, well, just think about it, guys. Think about it. If Crow goes up from here to its previous all-time high versus Bitcoin, well, guys, that's huge. That's 7.3x gains, okay? So if Bitcoin goes up to 200K and Crow gets 7.3x gains versus Bitcoin, well, you're looking at a Crow that's well over $1 at that point. It's well over $1 at that point, and that's very bullish in my mind. Will's Vlog asked, what are the thoughts about Zilliqa? Zilliqa is another chain, a competing chain out there, and we've done some videos in the past about Zilliqa, actually. I put out a price prediction, and on Reddit, actually, I did a video. I'm the most hated YouTuber on crypto because I talked about Zilliqa. That was back when we first started. Man, how many of you guys have been with us since those early days in my first office where I was talking about Zilliqa, animal concerts, and some of those crazy low cap gems that, who knows? But Zilliqa, anyway. Yeah, I mean, Zilliqa, who knows? I mean, they've got their own metaverse they're talking about. It's up 4% on the day, 10% over the last 7 days. In the last month, it's down 5%. Last year, it's down 15%. Arguably has a lot of upside, a 10x back to all-time highs. Sure, potentially $369 million market cap. Does it have to go back up to its previous valuation at 2.65 billion? Not necessarily, but could it? Maybe. At the end of the day, guys, there's going to be a lot of layer 1 and layer 2 solutions that get some volume. Again, if the overall market cap's going to a $10 trillion market cap, then we could see a pernicious blockchain like Zilliqa get some volume. You never know, guys. So yeah, they do have DeFi on there. There's staking. There's yield farming. They've got some kind of ecosystem. Went live in 2018, so still a little new. Launched the mainnet in 2019. We talked about it in the past. Could be good. Could be good. That's why we did a video on it, because I believe, competing chains versus Ethereum versus Solana could be big. Kind of interesting, actually. So recently also, I wanted to share this. Let's go back over to, let's see, Twitter. So I put out this tweet I want to share with you guys. Where is this tweet? Maybe it was a reply. I gave you guys my nice dry legs. You can see how dry my legs are with the socks. That's kind of gross. But I found my crow socks. I lost them for a while. People are asking me how I got the socks. You could just buy them on the store. You can also, by the way, follow me on Twitter, guys. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoKipTweets. And also do me a favor, follow my partner as well, 333 Black C on Twitter. Make sure you guys give us a follow. Follow us at the _ crypto report as well. You can see on the right below my face here. Follow us there as well, just to get alerts on the live streams and just any kind of things that we're doing here. But I replied to this tweet I want to share with you guys, because you asked me about Zilliqa. Well, look at this. So won't even acknowledge Crow and the Cronos chain. We are early, Crow fam. I really believe that we're early on Crow, because this Borovic Eth guy, okay, one of the huge Ethereum influencers on Twitter, really got a lot of traction during the whole Ben Dotty thing, which don't even get me started on that. But put this out. Blockchain block times. Bitcoin, 10 minutes. LT Litecoin, 2.5 minutes. And look, they've got all the chains. Dogecoin's up here. Neo is even up here. Injective, Trax, Tron, AVAX. Look, there's AVAX, there's FTM, there's Solana, SCI. These are the most fast ones. Honestly, guys, these are bullish because they are quick. That is important. But what don't you see on here? You don't see Zilliqa. You don't see you see Polkadot. You don't even see Cronos on here. Cronos has a bigger market cap than some of these projects, guys. And Cronos, in terms of TVL on DeFi, has, this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. These are like 20 blockchain block times. They excluded Cronos. This guy excluded Cronos. Why? Because the guy doesn't know about Cronos, because nobody knows about Cronos, because it's a sleeper. It's a sleeping project where I believe, people say Cronos chain is dead. No, Cronos chain just isn't being spread by some of the mainstream influencers out there. So we're going to still do that on this channel. We're going to continue to talk about Crow because we have conviction on this play. You don't want to be a Cronos maxi, but to not even acknowledge the speed of the block times on Cronos. Does anybody know off the top of their head what the speed of the block times? Please, in the comments down below, somebody out there has got to know this. What is the speed of the block times on Cronos? Please let me know down below, and we'll talk about it. So let me know. But do you see what I'm saying? Brandon says we're still super early on Crow. I believe it. Carlos says, how many Crow and XRP do you class as a lot? Look, if it's over 50% of your portfolio, then it's probably too much. That's not financial advice, but that's a lot. You're talking about Crow and XRP. What should they be in your portfolio? At most, maybe 10, 20%. That's a lot, too. That's a lot. Some people would say way less than that. It depends how many coins you want to be in. You want to be in 5 coins? Do you want to be in 10 coins? Do you want to be in 20 coins? Because the more coins you want to be in, the smaller that percentage should be for Crow. And it is nice to get a little bit of a diversification, but, it's nice to put a little bit more in your high conviction plays. So I understand that as well. Crypto Runner says, DCA always beats FOMO. I couldn't agree more. We got 30 viewers, 24 likes. Crush that like button, guys. The number one thing you can do to support the channel. So simple. Just tap that thumbs up and make my day. Make my day. What are your thoughts on Stacks? Waldo, I am so bullish on Stacks. It's out of control. I think, and again, Again, Stacks isn't on here. Stacks blockchain. I mean, Stacks is kind of big. It's a layer 2 solution, but so is Matic. So, kind of interesting. I just think that this is so funny that when you exclude projects, like why picking these projects? I bet you just copy and pasted from somebody, because that's what a lot of people do. That's what a lot of people do on a Twitter. So let's see if somebody in the chat knew what the block times were on Cronos. 5 to 6 second block time with, there you go. So we're right up here. 5 to 6 seconds. We're not the fastest, but WEF, guys, the World Economic Forum. And if you hate the World Economic Forum, I get it. I do too. I do not like this German man who tells me, you are nothing and you will like it. I don't like that guy, okay? But, again, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. It's probably good to have them on our side, because if they're adopting crypto, they might push crypto.com exchange. So, yes, 5 to 6 seconds. Thank you, Crypto Runner. Shout out to you. Appreciate you, brother. That is what the team is about. You guys are all on the team. You guys are all on the team. If you're here in the chat, you are on the team Crypto Report, and I love each and every single one of you guys. If you want to become a member like Brandon, like Waldo, like Benny Blue Eyes in the chat with the green next to their name, then you know what, guys? You could do so in the link in the description down below. It's super simple, and you get access to our private Discord. We're having a lot of fun in there. And, you can DM me too. You can DM me as well. I was talking with Brandon yesterday quite a bit. Good talking with you, Brandon. Club Crow. Thanks for the love, man. Thanks for the love. So let's see here. I got to pull out. A couple people haven't heard my island analogy. Make you a mod, please. You know what? Crypto Runner. Done. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations. You are a mod, my friend. I love the passion. Welcome to the club. You should become a member, too. You don't have to. But if you want to support the channel, it's nice. You also get into our private Discord, so that's cool, too. But to all you moderators out there, I'll let you know if you need to block anybody's post. Benny, you were looking out for us the other day. You know what I did? Because I think it was, who was it? Somebody in the chat was going crazy, and they were kind of spamming the chat, and I appreciated it because they were trying to participate in conversation. But I spread it out. Every 7 seconds you can send a chat now, which is reasonable. So we don't have to block anybody unless they're spamming something. I'll let you guys know. But congratulations, Crypto Runner. Thanks for becoming a mod and supporting the channel. So, yeah, block times. People are ignoring Crow. I don't understand it. I think it's silly. Somebody was asking me, am I bullish on Stacks? I'm so bullish on Stacks, guys. All right, here we go. So 62% of you said that you've never heard my island analogy. I'm going to give the island analogy again. It's good to hear. If you've already heard it, don't leave me here. Stick with me. We need to talk about this. This is very important. I'm investing in the Bitcoin infrastructure. I'm very bullish on Stacks. I think Stacks could be a top 10 token in the next bull cycle. I think we could see 10, 20, maybe even 50x gains for Stacks in this bull cycle. More conservatively, 10 to 20x gains for Stacks. I'm very bullish on it for a couple very, very important reasons. And so now let me dive into my analogy about Bitcoin. People are building on Bitcoin in a very serious way for the first time. This isn't brand new. This has been around for a while, but it's getting more active, and we're seeing it get more trendy to talk about, and people are starting to learn about it, and people still don't even understand, the building on Bitcoin, and they don't even know where to start. Well, let me just explain this island analogy to you guys. So when you think about cryptocurrencies, you hear a lot about chains, okay? And these chains are different chains that you can build applications on. When you go to your iPhone and you download an app, those apps are built using code on the iOS store. Well, think of Ethereum in a sense as a free platform, a free place for you to go and build your own projects, right? This is a chain where you can actually program. It's a programmable chain where you can build applications on top of it. Bitcoin is not a programmable blockchain. Solana is, Cardano is. There's a lot of them, guys, and there's a lot of competing ones. Cronos is one, doesn't get acknowledged by some of the big influencers. So when we think about crypto, I like to think of it as a giant ocean, okay? A giant ocean of coins. And in this ocean, you have a variety of islands. You have the Bitcoin island, which, for those of you guys that aren't aware of it, Bitcoin is the largest island. Don't believe me? Just look at the overall market cap. There's $843 billion of market cap in Bitcoin. $843 billion is invested in Bitcoin, and a lot more is about to come because institutions just got into crypto. You can see the size of the island is directly in this analogy is a direct reflection of the market cap. But the market cap is not a good reflection on the infrastructure necessarily built on these islands. So in this analogy, again, you've got different islands. Let's talk about these chains are the islands. So Bitcoin is an island. Ethereum is an island. Slightly smaller than the Bitcoin island, the second biggest cryptocurrency. You got the Binance token, which is associated with the Binance Smart Chain. Binance Chain is another island. Solana is another island. There's a lot of different islands out there. Cardano, Avalanche. There's so many islands out there. And so many little ones that people don't even know yet, and you don't even know what's about to happen on those islands. And on each one of these islands, on each one of these chains, there's different technological advancements. Right now, Bitcoin, it's a massive island, but it's just trees and shacks and sheds and transactions and commerce. People trade with each other, and that's really all you got going on Bitcoin. There's a little bit more than that going on now, which is why I'm so bullish on stacks. But on Ethereum, what do you have? You have more technology. It is inherently a programmable blockchain, along with Solana, along with Cardano. Bitcoin traditionally wasn't a programmable blockchain until stacks came along. But with each of these islands, guys, you're going to have different technologies, and you just saw it. For example, here, I'm going to bring you back to it because we were looking at this. This is a perfect example. On these islands, what do you have? You have different block times. And so you got lazier people, right? Think of the Bitcoin island, pretty lazy people, but there's a lot of them. They're pretty strong. They're very established. Maybe they don't think things as efficiently. Maybe it's a little more expensive. Maybe it's a little longer wait times for the blocks, but you can trust it a little bit more because it's well established and it's been around for a long time. And then you have the Sols and the Solana, the SEIs of the world, and they get things done. They're super efficient. And they're building actively. Like there's a lot of applications being built. ADA, Cardano's island, it's got a lot going on, but not as much as Solana. People aren't as hyped about the island. It doesn't have as much tourist attractions. And so what I'm looking at is investing in these islands and the infrastructure within these islands, which is why you invest in a Uniswap, which is a decentralized exchange built on top of Ethereum. It's why you might invest in Trader Joe, a stock or a coin, which is the DEX on Avalanche. It's why you might be excited about the Jupiter airdrop, which is another token coming out soon for people that have been trading on Jupiter on Solana. People are investing and interested in investing in not only the actual islands themselves. You can buy Bitcoin, you can buy the ADA island, you could buy the Solana island, but you also want to invest in the infrastructure. Are you bullish on what's actually being built on those islands? Michael Saylor uses the analogy of buying Bitcoin is like buying a city block of New York City before New York City and Manhattan Island was actually built up with skyscrapers. And that's exactly really the same analogy. It's just, let's think of this as some islands. There's a bunch of different ones. There's a bunch of different, you can think of it as cities. There's a bunch of different cities. The difference is for Bitcoin, it's the biggest piece of land with the most population, with the most money, with the most potential for people to potentially invest in, especially with the launch of this ETF. But the infrastructure has only just really begun, and Stacks is officially over $1 billion market cap, which is great to see. There is now Alex Labs, which is the first decentralized exchange built on Bitcoin. This is a big reason that I'm bullish on Bitcoin, Alex Labs, and Stacks, but this applies to every other chain as well. And so what you need to look at when you're investing in crypto, in my opinion, is not just the layer 1 solutions, but what's being built on those layer 1 solutions. What are the layer 2 technologies you saw with Ethereum recently? Ethereum's a little bit slower. It's a little bit more expensive. So what's important for Ethereum? Some layer 2 solutions like Optimism, like some of these other plays out there. And those have been getting some rallies. Why? Because again, people are investing in the infrastructure for these islands to help build up these technologies, help build up these, let's call it civilizations on these islands. And if you're early to invest in those and you're buying a city block of New York City, or you're buying an island or a share of an island before the island gets developed on, you could become a very wealthy person. That's my philosophy, guys. That's the island analogy. And so I'm going to continue to kind of spit that out at you. I hope you guys enjoy that analogy. I'm really proud of that analogy. I think it's a good one. And the more I think about it, I'm kind of just expanding on Michael Saylor's New York City, buying a block on New York City thing. But I think it's easier to understand if you think about it as islands, because then what do you need to go from island to island? Well, you need a bridge, okay? So now we got a bridge. And sometimes you got to pay, just like you're on a tollway. Sometimes you got to pay to use a bridge, right? There's transactions, but you got to move. When you go to China, you could use US dollars, but it's a little clunky. Might just be easier to have the native currency. And so what you need to do is, say you're using Solana, you need to bridge over from Solana to Ethereum, or say you're using Bitcoin, you need to bridge, from your tokens being on the Bitcoin blockchain to being on the Ethereum blockchain. And so that's kind of what a bridge is as well. It's just allowing you to move from one chain to another. I hope that makes sense to you guys as well. Got to come up with probably better analogies for the bridge. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think that it's a very interesting thing that I don't think a lot of people understand. And please, in the comments down below, let me know if you found any value in that and what your thoughts are. Glad you guys enjoyed it. Good. Aiden Retistrina said, can you give me a rundown of Alex Labs? I heard you bring it up once or twice. Sure, I can give you a rundown, but let me just tell you this, my brother. I want to show you something. If you subscribe to this channel and you look at what we've got going on here, what you are going to see is, let me go to it real quick, that I just did a video for you on it. So actually, I'm gonna point you to this video because you guys need to be aware of it. So yes, I've been talking about Alex Labs. Let me show you this though. So here's the old channel, guys. Unbelievable, 2.7K videos. We got 13.9K subscribers. Can we get up to 14K subs today? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We got like 75 or 80 members now. The memberships are growing. If you want to become a member, do so. You can see we're live right now, which is great. But I wanted to share with you guys this. So somebody was asking me about Alex Labs right now. Check out this video, brother. Posted it a day ago. Only got 589 views. No hype on this. I believe this video is going to be massive at some point. Nobody's doing Alex Labs tutorials. Nobody's talking about Bitcoin DeFi in any big way. I'll give one shout out to this fella right here. He's doing a lot. You may or may not like this guy. You know what? I've learned a lot from this guy, Francis Dune. Shout out to you. I know you've been actually watching the channel, so I'll give you another shout out. And you know what, man? This guy was very early to BRC20s. He's the one that kind of turned me on to it. He's got some hot takes, but you might get a kick out of that. But I do believe that, this video is going to do a lot better. It's funny to me. I put out what I think is a decent video on this, 589 views. Why? Because it's not crow oriented. It's funny how YouTube kind of pigeonholes you and, to kind of one niche. So we're trying to expand that because it's not just about crow. Don't be a crow maxi, just like, my partner said on the channel, 2 days ago, something like that. We're talking about here, sell Crowcoin, urgent reminder, all in. It's not good to be all in. Not good to be all in. But there's your video right there explaining Alex Labs. Nice one for you. If you need more detail on it, please let me know. But you should check that video out. It's pretty decent. Bassad. Aiden. I missed it. Pin my video in the chat. Thanks, Benny. Appreciate that, brother. Yeah. Okay, so it's pinned in the chat. If you need to check out the video, copy that URL. Don't leave me yet. We're still hanging out. But, yeah, check it out. He posted it in the chat for you. Thanks, Benny. Appreciate that, brother. Aiden, I hope that helped you out. Brandyline is a new member. Glad to see you. We're having fun. We're having a lot of fun. 46 viewers, 34 likes. Do me a favor, guys. Crush the like button for me. Oh, I'll pin it. I'm going to pin the video that I just shared with you guys about Alex Labs if you want to check it out. So 63% of you hadn't heard my island analogy. Well, now you have, guys. I'm glad you finally got a chance to hear it. I hope you enjoyed it. Cosmos and BTC I really like. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's see what Cosmos does. Cronos doesn't exist without Cosmos. So, kind of interesting. All right, guys. Well, that about does it for me. I'm going to jet. I got some work to do. Time to make some more cold calls. New year. I'm going to do some sales, guys. I sell insurance, not to individuals, to companies. So I'll never bother you for it. But work hard, play hard, guys. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your time with your family and your friends on the weekend. Be grateful. Be grateful. Stay positive. I like 3 words, guys. Positivity, gratitude, communication. All 3 are important. And so I am grateful for you. I want to communicate that to you. And I do feel very positive about our futures here. If you guys are with us on the Crypto Report today, thanks for joining us on this live stream. I am Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. And as always, folks, you got to remember, to DCA, HODL. And of course, we will see you in the next one. Thank you all. I'll see you next time, folks. We got more videos later today, as always. Make sure you check them out. Check out that Alex Labs video. Let me know your feedback, guys. Throw a comment on there for me and on this one as well. I'll see you next time, folks. Peace.